Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, a chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense comes on the field first today. First, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium. Yet somehow intimate setting. Kirk, this, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
Here's the second down play. The play fake, he'll look to throw it. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
How about Notre Dame sending a backer? Here he comes up with the sack. A little Rudy magic on this one. Well, they've had some great linebacker play over the years. Of course, think about Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith, who's now in the NFL and had a great career in South Bend. Notre Dame with great history in playing linebacker.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? The sure hands. It's Jacobs. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. Bringing you back, it's man. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. So Notre Dame's offense out there for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football and to have a quarterback that can drop back and make the throw like this and keep the sticks moving and keep his off.
Got him. He's sacked.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. Let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. With the catch, it's Williams. And tackled there by the defense.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The catch makes it a more manageable third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive early in this game. The offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
Looking to throw it on first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
So second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back. He's going to pull it down and run. The pickup is 9. That's what they're looking for. Sets up a 3rd and 1 now. Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. It's a draw play. Spinning out of the tackle. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Boy, the timing and the fake on this play was so good. You almost think it's like a magical act, right? The magician is showing you something, and then you realize it's not really there. He's creating an illusion, and the illusion was that they're going to throw the football. It looked like a pass play, but instead, they turned it into a draw. The offensive linemen were able to get out in front. They drew the defensive line upfield and beat them at their own game. That's why they picked up big yards in the secondary.
And he's got it again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. With the continuity this offensive line was on display, that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Scanning the field. It's Sayin. Catch made on the right side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Snags the quick throw. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Quick throw, testing the middle. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
So to avoid another punt here in the second drive, they got to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, he misfires again, 3 in a row.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
And in 4th down, they'll punt it away here. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. When the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Toss play to the outside. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
You know, toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
Now it's 2nd down here. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. And Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
On first down, it's play action. Caught quickly. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. 2nd down. We're going to throw it. It's an out route. The catch made. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
And somebody up there got a little too antsy at the line of scrimmage. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. No, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Trying for a 4th down completion. And now another deep ball here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And with the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking to pass. It's Saying. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
It's a good job by the defense here on this third down, and now it's going to bring up a big fourth down play and a decision here for the head coach.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Looks like the defense has it.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
What's the call here? The drive begins with excellent field position. Send the back in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. To the air. It's Saying. The pocket breaking down. He finds his man. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
We're going to throw it on third and very long. The ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Well, the first job here, just hold on to the football. The last drive ended in that fumble. And to begin the drive here, set up at the 30. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's going to take off here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Handoff to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's 3rd down coming up. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Extending the play now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Play action here on 1st down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Scanning the field. It's Sayan. Receiver makes the catch.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. And it's caught. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. They retained possession, but that's a huge loss.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
That sack sets up a third down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Finds his man. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. The Buckeyes will have to kick this away. It's his fourth punt already today. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Past the 20. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. Attack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Now here's the toss play. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
It's caught downfield. A huge gain moves the ball to the plus 22. Great scoring position now. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. And here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end. They show some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Well, they're getting closer, but they're obviously thinking that this is 4-down territory. At this point in the game, trailing the way they are, they've got to come up with a play to put this ball into the end zone.
Getting closer, but now it's 3rd down. Can they punch it in from the 2? and try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Hold it. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Right down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. They'll try the right side on the toss. And bulldozing his way through. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run. And a quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
What a surprise. Notre Dame running the football for another first down. Seems like we've been saying that for decades and decades. The ability to run the football, not just the backs that stand out to me when you think about Notre Dame's history. It's especially true about the line of scrimmage and those big.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. Oh, and he's got it inside the 15. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent? This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone, or they have to settle for 3?
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. Will hand it off. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. He'll try to run for the first down. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point is good, and they're in front now, 28-3. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Returner looking to create better field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Second down play coming up for this offense. To throw, it's Sayin. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. But you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
The DB's backing off from the line now. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. They will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. The attempt is no good. He missed it. And it's still a huge deficit.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. That is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch. That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out. And for that, it's back to Chris and Kirk.
The Buckeyes will kick this away to get the second half going. Return starts from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. They get the second half started with the running play. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
There's the handoff. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call.
Hold it. Open.
See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Important 2nd down play coming up. They'll feed the back again. The junior able to bring him down quickly. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Pressure is coming.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
And the ball is away from inside the 10. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Looking to throw. It's Sayin. Pass caught. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Makes a quick catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he'll lost it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. Ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play, and the ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
Looking to chuck it again. Lets it fly to the wideout. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll hand it off. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Receiver in motion now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they're finally able to stop him, but great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Caught on the outside. It's man. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense with a 29. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. They bring him down, but not before he moves the sticks with a 1st down gain.
Boy, this is so deflating for this defense on 3rd and short. Good coverage downfield. They take away all the short routes, but the one guy that they don't account for is the quarterback in his legs. Picks up the first down by being athletic there and great awareness.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The gain makes it second and medium. Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll run it to the right side. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
6-9-1, Gator score.
And the wideout goes in motion. Oh, here comes the reverse. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
This is a nice job of the receiver picking up the first down on a decent gain. The defense is happy it didn't go for more. Expect them to lock down these playmakers because you never know who's going to get the ball next.
And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
And one final play before the end of the quarter. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Goes out of bounds after an excellent run, but not enough to pick up the first down. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead with 3 quarters in the books with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and go get a touchdown.
And the long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year. And it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone.
Get set, get set.
Ball handed off. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Touchdown, Notre Dame. And this one is getting ugly. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back, feed him the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Looking to throw. It's Sayin. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Can he take it all the way? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? Inside the 25. Touchdown, Irish. And the beatdown continues. Well, Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. A playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away.
I really feel that this quarterback is rattled. At this point, he's already been sacked a number of times. I think it's affecting his timing with his receivers.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Receiver makes the grab, and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Missed his receiver on the left sideline. Incomplete. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Back to throw again. Looking for his big tight end. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. It's a huge gain all the way down inside the 30. The Buckeyes looking to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
How about this defense today against this run game? Here we are in the 4th quarter. This guy's not gotten over 10 yards rushing. What a great effort collectively by this defense.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in a process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on it.
It's a quick grab. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off and reset. They're playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. We're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the return from inside the 5. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. On the move. Can he make it? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! That is an unforgettable moment to that kick return. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Now they get set to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the out route. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. To the air. It's Sayin. Finds an open target on the left side.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Let's go. Unlock. Flip.
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Big gain, catch made at the 30. That's an explosive gain. They've got him, but the gain all the way to the 28. Buckeyes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking for his big tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a 1st and goal. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 8.
Pound 55 weak.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. Man, I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And it's good. Kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. They went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And the Salk were able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Short connection to the tight end here. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Well, Chris, this is why they're here, right? This is why they're in the postseason. You get to a critical moment in this game with the lead late in the game, a chance to really put this game away, and they convert.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He lets it go on the move. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Fighting him off. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.